Everybody, Earl at thelogbook.com, back for more Voyages of Shelf Discovery. Some of what I'm going to be opening today has been waiting a very long time to be opened. We are going to be opening just a few characters from The Mandalorian. Now, yeah, as you can tell, this card is very nicely bent, which is why this one's the opener. There's another one of these on the wall back here who arrived in better shape. Let's put it that way. So we are going to be opening this one, and I think this was kind of one of these housewarming gifts to myself whenever I moved in to this place a little over a year ago. So he's been waiting a while to come out of the carbonite. And now, if you think this card is bent or curled or what have you, oh, Bubba, you just wait. You haven't seen anything yet. So we will get right to the festivities. It's pretty good when you only do that much damage to the card. Oh, the tales I could tell of being a young and eager Star Wars fan way back when. Alright, so we have... now this is vintage collection, so we do have the weapon of choice here, which I love that he's basically got the weapon from the Star Wars Holiday Special. It will never die, Disney. Just put it on Disney Plus, back away from it slowly. Why do I have a feeling that there's a clause in the sales contract that specifies that can't be released while Lucas is still alive? If that's the case, then really there's no rush, but it's just like you're leaving money on the table, Disney. That's all I'm saying. Okay, now this is Mando in his original armor. Trying to mash down all the things that are trapping him in the plastic. So this is his original armor before he goes full Beskar. Okay, he's got his cape. Nice, nice. Alright, so he does have a holster. He does come with a pistol, so let's go ahead and drop the pistol in there for safekeeping. I'm so glad they have holsters these days. How much trouble would that have saved me? So basically he's 5 points of articulation, although I noticed that his head has some up and down play in it here. So before he goes full Beskar, he's got this somewhat more colorful armor, and this does a pretty nice job of displaying that. That's a really good fake out on Disney's part to not reveal, oh wait, he's got bicep swivels. Okay, more than 5 points of articulation. The vintage collection basically is the replacement for the small scale Black series. So bicep swivels, but not, or no, wrist swivels. Interesting. Okay, but not elbow joints. Interesting. It would be great if there was like a sling to attach this to his back. I have, actually, I have in my kitchen a little rubber band that would do the trick nicely. Would just kind of keep it back here where he can reach it. But the problem is it's a big white rubber band, and it looks like a big white rubber band. So, have to see if we can get him to hold his blaster here. So I wonder if he will stand there. Oh, he will. Hey, new feature. Okay, now Philip, one of my patrons. It's kind of a funny story here. He tried so hard to send me some action figures ahead of Christmas this year. He tried to send me some of the Marvel retro figures, some of which some other specimens of which I opened recently. And he tried to send me some more of those, some characters I didn't have, but apparently ran into problems with actually getting them here. One of them got here, and then this got here, IG-11 from the Retro Collection. Okay, now the difference between the Vintage Collection and the Retro Collection, and this drives me nuts. The Vintage Collection, comes on a clean card. The Retro Collection, they artificially weathered the card. It's printed that way. And I think they did that to keep the Kenner, the longtime Kenner collectors from rioting in the streets, which is great. I am also a longtime Kenner collector, and I know that there was no IG-11 in the original Kenner collection. Because this show is, 2 years old at this point? But not only that, and I thank Philip very much for sending this to me. The UPS guy who delivered it, it was raining hard that day. This was shipped in a bubble mailer, which was then tossed directly into a puddle. And so you think you've seen a card curl? This thing curled up like a wet leaf. So we are going to... I'm not having to do much to open it because the glue that holds the bubble onto the card yeah. Philip, buddy, I appreciate you so much. I am so not making fun of the wonderful gift. Thank you very much for this. But UPS UPS. I get it. It's a time of the year when our lovely people who work in the shipping and logistics industry are overtaxed to the max. I totally get that. I used to be married to a mail carrier, and this time of year, the job sucks. Do be nice to your mail people, and even your UPS people, because they are dealing with exponentially higher traffic this time of year. They are doing the best they can, even if it sometimes doesn't totally read that way. Okay, is he tied down? Doesn't look like it. It's just that his hands are trapped. There we go. All right. Welcome to the collection, IG-11. Now, the difference between IG-11 and Mando here is that IG-11 is very much based on the original IG-88 figure from 1980. So not only is he, 5 points of articulation and nothing more, which really, that was, IG-88 was such a cool figure. But also comes with the original vintage style weapons. And so, and if you remember, IG-11 is at all times packing. Not only does he have a weapon in each hand, but, he will self-destruct at the first sign of trouble. We've all had days like that. That's why I think this character connected to so many people. Because, how many of us have gotten about 30 minutes into a Monday and said, I will engage self-destruct. Except we probably didn't say it like Taika Waititi. So, really cool, really cool. IG-11, I don't think he's going to come out in the vintage collection for at least another year or so. So, let me see how artfully I can frame my shot with dimly lit Star Wars characters. Oh, okay, that'll take a... Yeah, the other thing I forgot about the IG-88 figure is he's very skinny. It's a very precarious balancing act. Okay, so he's not going to be able to stand on top of the monitor. So our theme today is Mando and Friendos. So we have one last one to open up, and I'm sure everyone will think I'm crazy for this because there is some actually mistaken conventional wisdom. Actually, I'm going to dust this off first. This is another one that I got at the same time that I got Mando himself. And so this character has been waiting about a year to be open. I know it seems crazy. You've had these for a year and you haven't opened them. Well, at some point I started doing this show, and then it was like, oh wait, everything's got to be opened on camera, and it's really kind of... You talk about learning to delay gratification. I am basically a really old kid who wants to open his action figures, and now I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I've got a show that's all about opening and unboxing stuff. So, yeah, I've had to learn to delay gratification, and that includes opening Cara Dune. Now, I'm sure there are some people out there who are going to be operating under the misconception that, oh, wait, this character got taken off the show because the actress verbally shot herself in the foot repeatedly on Twitter, which is a political mess that I'm not going to get into here on my lovely little show about opening toys. Don't open her. She's going to be worth a lot of money. No, they mass-produced these just like they mass-produced all the other characters before that ever happened. And so there is a Cara Dune not only in the vintage collection, but a more retro Kenner-style Cara Dune in the retro collection. She's not going anywhere. So yeah, if you've got an extra, feel free to open her up. Okay, so we have looks like a single weapon, but what a weapon, because it's that big repeater rifle that she lets loose with in the first season finale. See if we can extricate her from the plastic. There she is. Well, even in the dim lighting, I can tell this is a nicely detailed figure, and I believe that. Okay, this is interesting how the vintage collection, has this up and down neck action going on. Let me see if I can... Oh, are you going to stand? She has carbonite sickness. She's been encased too long. See if I can get the... Alright. Okay, weapon actually came out pretty easily. So, yeah, so we've got her... Got her big weapon. This one, oh... Gee, Mando's pulse rifle could have learned a lesson from this thing. This one has a shoulder strap, so she doesn't necessarily have to be... doesn't have to carry it in her hand at all times. She can sling it over her shoulder, and, I'm sure she can whip that thing out when she needs to. So, very cool. Thank you for IG-11, Philip. Very much appreciated. Yeah, we'll send IG units after UPS guy later. I'm just kidding. Be nice to your UPS guys this time of year, folks. Seriously. All your package carriers, all your mail carriers, they are dealing with some serious thankless crap. So, so we've got Mando and Friendos this round, and next time we are going to open some. I don't know how you'd put this. Frenemies of the Mandalorian. That's as good a description as any, and we will be back here next time to open them up and probably start to put them on the shelf. And keep in mind, we already opened the child, because the child is his own figure. It's this tiny little green guy that you still have to pay $10 for, because he comes with the hover pram. And so we will get everyone united on the display shelf. We'll probably actually talk about the display. I don't think we've talked about the display shelf for the stuff that's already open. And we'll get back to that at a later date.